Hey guys, I'm here to talk about something incredibly serious and personal, and I feel if I speak about it publicly, I'm going to feel a lot better within myself, within my very being. So here it goes. I like Zenless Zone Zero. But wait, before you call me a disgusting hoyosexual, let me give you a few caveats before you start throwing hoyophobic slurs in the comments. So far, I've only played up to the end of the catgirl part of the story, so this is really only my initial impressions. I actually really enjoyed Star Rail in the initial week too. The thing is, maybe a controversial opinion, but I think Star Rail really isn't that good of a game at all. Maybe it's appealing to those who do not really have a perspective on games within the JRPG genre, or they're just fine with it being premeditated trash. Whatever it is, I just don't like it that much, and my initial positivity toward the game was a result of the Hoyo Veneer. The games always feel responsive and look flashy, but within a week the cracks quickly begin to show. So I have no doubt that within time, I'm going to become highly critical of Zenless Zone Zero too. But I thought it would be good to document my initial thoughts in a quick little video. So why do I like this game? Well, as previously stated, it's incredibly responsive and flashy. The animation quality is pretty top notch, even compared to their other titles. I also really like the storytelling and the manner in which it's delivered. Yes, the still image comic book fashion isn't for everyone, but personally, I'd rather look at cool artwork depicting the events than boring camera angles of characters stood there in thinking poses. The dialogue doesn't feel as bloated and the story is more light-hearted than its contemporaries, but it's compelling because of the characters. The Nico Mata part of the story was quite fun, and it was the moment that kind of pushed me over the fence. Now, I know a lot of people have complained about the TV world segments. I personally don't mind it, but I'm assuming they've adjusted it a lot for the release. Its main issue is it's just bland to look at. If they made it more of an interactive isometric pixel art game in some kind of VR world or something, I think a lot less people would be bothered by it. For me, I think the idea is decent, but the execution kind of sucks. Now for combat. I like how the parry system is tied to the character swapping. It feels quite satisfying and it makes me feel like I'm good at video games, when it's quite obvious I'm not. I do have my concerns though. Sometimes enemies don't really attack all that much, and a lot of the time you're stun locking weaker mobs and just spamming a button to slowly fill a bar to eventually do something more interesting. From trying out the trial character, it appears more involved gameplay is going to be locked behind characters, as expected from your typical gacha trash. When it comes to boss enemies though, they're a bit more active. They will perform attacks that can be parried and others that need to be dodged. They also tend to be immune to flinching, so the combat feels a lot more active. Now, it's not clear if more boss mechanics are going to be introduced to keep the gameplay fresh, or if this is all the game has to offer. It's that Hoyo Veneer. On the surface, it looks great, but once you pull back the layers, it becomes obvious that it's all covering some cheap-ass crappy core. I eventually want to talk more about this game, as I have a lot of thoughts on what I've already mentioned here, but also on other things such as sound design and music. But as far as first impressions go, I am enjoying the game, so I wanted to put that out there. I'm uploading my gameplay onto my streaming channel, which I will link down below in a pinned comment. I may also stream the game there at some point. I think going forward, any long form videos will go onto that channel, and I'll keep the more refined content here. So if you want something on your second monitor, go there and sub. Let me know in the comments how you're finding the game so far. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And if you want to do none of that, would you kindly bugger off?